Hey everybody, it's your boy, Dr. Shred, back at it to give you more guitar knowledge for some reason unknown, even to myself. Today we're talking about the trashiest neoclassical licks on this side of the Baroque era. I'm going to show you three of my favorite little tidbits that are the lowest hanging fruit on the tree of musical knowledge. These cheap shots are lower than the US standards of social distancing, but not quite as low as the amount of income tax that Donald Trump paid last year. Granted, there's a lot more to really playing neoclassical guitar, but you can pull out these nasty little buggers to inject some classical spice into your playing, while simultaneously degrading it, much like a turkey baster, full of fireball whiskey. These are so trashy, they've been called the Cardi B of Baroque-era music. If these licks were comedy, they'd make up the entirety of Amy Schumer's repertoire. Tight 10? More like loose 4.5, am I right? Before we get any further, I have to explain the basic rules of playing neoclassical licks, given us by pseudo-classical guitar Jesus himself, Yngwie Malmsteen. A man so rock and roll, he sounds perpetually hungover. Years ago, he internalized 10,000 hours of Paganini and Vivaldi in order to create 3 rules so watered down it could be used as the light beer for his best friend Chad. Rule number 1. You get one scale, and one scale only. It's called the harmonic minor scale. So if we're playing in A minor, well, I'm down-tuned, so you're gonna be G minor, whatever. It's gonna go as follows. We got regular minor scale until we get to the 7th note. Instead of having that dominant 7, we're gonna go with a major 7. Sharp 7. Rule number 2. Thirds. Every lick you play will take 3 consecutive notes in that scale, that harmonic minor scale, and abuse them until you get to the next group of 3 notes. And you're gonna just keep playing the same patterns. Granted, you should probably take into account the chord that you're playing over, but that's not really the point of this video, is it? So just do whatever the hell you want. Third and final, you get to imply 2 chords. The dominant chord, or 5 chord, played as a dominant 7th, and 1. That's it. So if you're in the key of A minor, the only other chord you're ever going to imply is E7 back to A minor. So we're going to have this. Perfect. Fucking love it. You want to hammer that 5-7 into the listener so hard, when you finally come back to the 1, they climax and bleed out their ears at the same time. What do you think happened to Beethoven? So the first one is a great combination of all 3 rules. It's diminished arpeggio. Ascending? Descending? Is it whole half diminished? Is it half whole diminished? Nobody fucking cares. All the notes fall in the key, so you don't need the fucking note. For hours upon hours, starting on the 7th scale degree, you know, the 7th note in the scale. Maybe I should actually teach you guys scales, huh? Just hammer away until you land on the 1st note in the scale. They look like this. And then up 4 frets. And then up 4 frets. And up 4 frets. You can do this in any direction you want, going wherever you want. The next one is like the bluesy bend of only the laziest power metal soloing. Overused, poorly placed, and even more poorly executed. Play any pattern you want of 3 consecutive notes, and then move up 1 scale degree, or 1/3. Better yet, thirds on thirds. The rest is just nonsense. Go wherever you want. You pick these three. You go up. You want to go up thirds? Maybe you want to do a different pattern. Oh my god, I just wrote the craziest power metal solo. You kidding me? Another good pattern you can do when you're in 4/4, or you can do it as triplets. It all works out the same, so you can be as lazy as you want. There you go. Oh my god, wow. Oh my god. Wow. So I should probably show that to you. It's just this. Oh my god, we want to do it in fourths? The last one I'm gonna show you is gonna make Bach roll in his grave. You don't even need to know why you're playing this. It's flat 5 of the keys, so it's technically not in the scale that I showed you, but for some reason it just works. You throw it in with the 5th and the 6th scale degree, and you've got the perfect end to any solo. That's it, right there. So there you have it. Play any of these, and you'll really sound like that kid in the back of the class who only listens to real music. And the best part is you don't even need to play on more than one string for 90% of the time. And remember, when in doubt, it's classical music, so just make it sound like you're playing scales. So you can stick that in your burrito and smoke it. Wait, burrito? Yeah, burrito. Guys, who f***ing writes this? Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, pin, post, tweet, share, and do my favorite thing, where you tell me the only real form of guitar playing is playing with feeling instead of shred. And the ultimate technique is a nice, bluesy bend. I always enjoy hearing your opinion, especially since it's wrong. Anyway, that's enough for me for today, so please leave my house. This is Dr. Shred, signing off, you dillweed.